we're just
I'm literally frozen. My screen is frozen. Chat, I'm cooked.
Ryan. Yep, just yep. We get, yep. Oop, oop. I don't know what's going on. He gone. I don't know. Maybe it's me. No, no, no. Ryan will be back. Ryan's actually here. He'll be back. Slight freeze in the Matrix. Ryan, are you there?
And dude, so imagine cooking for somebody. Okay, you're at their house, okay, but you bought the food. Went to the store, bought all the food.
Okay.
You came back, you cooked for them because you were
Okay.
going for yourself as well as your child. After cooking, you set the table and then
All
you
right.
walk together. And the only issue that they had is that you made a mess of the stove.
What is this the thing?
Yeah, my mom's mad at me for messing up her stove when I cooked her dinner at her house with all the food
Like,
that I bought.
listen, like how messy are we talking here?
I over bubbled some soup and it went on
Oh
the
no.
stove.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Some of that's
Yeah.
such a bitch to get off sometimes.
Oh my god, Dave.
Yo, seriously. Uh,
This tomato soup is probably so bad.
oh, it's fucking shot. You're gonna have to buy a stove.
Fucking
All right. My grandma would legit. She would put tinfoil down under the burners, and then if you spilled shit, it would go on the tinfoil, and then like she would just put new tinfoil down. I don't know if that's a thing. All
why have I never fucking thought of that?
I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing all old
It's
Italian ladies
OG
do, or just my
grandma
grandma.
says.
But yeah,
It's OGG, dude. OGGG. Good game, original gangster grandma.
that's the way to
Dude,
do it.
that's
No clean.
fucking
No clean.
funny.
You make a mess, you just fucking throw the tinfoil down.
Fucking tinfoil. So I just have to line my entire house with tinfoil. I'll never
Well,
have to clean.
not the whole house, just the stove.
Clearly, you don't know how
Um,
messy I am when I cook, dude.
no, I mean sometimes I mean Eve.
Mm.
I don't remember what they were called, but when the first season of Squid Game first came out, did you watch at all?
No, you know I
Okay,
didn't. You know I didn't watch
one
that.
of the I don't know. One of
Nah, I don't
the
know.
things
I
was
would have
this
told
like
you if I watched something. But Dave, I finally watched a normal TV like a regular
it
person.
was it was like a cookie kind of, and you had to like I don't know. You took like a sewing needle and you have to like cut out the part that was carved or something without breaking the cookie. It was something along those lines. I don't know. But we were like, fuck it. Let's look these cookies up. This is like a South Korean show, right? So we're like, let's see if this is a thing. And sure enough, it's like a thing in South Korea. So we looked them up, and they're not hard to make. It's like I could be making this up, but like cornstarch and like sugar or something. I don't know. It was like, and you just like fry it into like this weird little flaky air cookie thing. They're
Were they good?
bizarre. What's that?
Were they good?
They kind of taste like a burnt marshmallow. Like if you were making roasting a marshmallow over an open fire.
Squid Games was Korean or
Yeah.
Vietnamese?
No,
Korean.
it
How
was Korean. Yeah.
and they murdered them. How ironic. So the
South
Koreans,
Korean. Yeah, South
yeah,
Koreans are cool.
so they're the superior Korean.
No,
Type.
they're like the gay ones that have boy bands.
Is it crazy that we like the South Koreans but didn't like the South Americans during the Civil War? It's weird how that works. Um,
They're gonna say the South Americans. Like I don't really. I got nothing against the Brazilians. They got
I got
Brazilian
to
jiu-jitsu and trees.
hot Mexicans. David,
Extraordinarily hot weather people.
I was to weather people. That sounds terrifying. Did I tell you that snow is white people sand? Did we cross this line yet?
Snow is white people sand, like Middle Easterns. But
Yeah. They have the light sand. They have brown
okay.
sand.
I mean,
Okay, and
I guess. I mean,
white people have sand as well. It just falls from the sky. It didn't come from the earth. It falls from the sky, and it's white and cold as fuck. That's white people sand.
white people sand is when they go to the Carolinas on vacation.
White people sand.
Ryan.
I got told today that Trump's oil that he stole from Venezuela that we
Well,
murdered, with
Ryan,
microwave
he
won't
just
the one
allowed the oil companies to go in there and take
the
some of it.
wa
Yeah.
we're gonna send the oil. I really thought you were fucking kidding with me. I love it. It was like a whole day. Like he said, I was like, "Oh, really? Yeah." Yeah. He was like, "No, you really said." It." I was like, "Yeah, you really said it." I didn't even like question you. You're just like, Trump said that he's gonna send it to oil companies. I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
he was legit.
yeah. And then the next day, we're gonna send the oil companies. I saw it on the shitter. I'm like, holy fuck, he literally said it.
Literally, yeah, he
The
wasn't, like,
first thing,
implying it. No, he literally said, "Send them in, all the oil companies, free oil
we're
for
gonna
all,
we're gonna build the greatest oil reserve. My mother
and the
told
gas
me
is staying the same."
I got told two things. One, that natural gas went up because of the tariffs, as well as that the money from Venezuela is going to a bank account in Qatar of Trump's, allegedly.
So, I the second thing I'm gonna have to look into because I have not heard that before.
No, but if it look, I was, completely open now after we've crossed the
Yeah, no, we totally gotta
everybody's
look into
fucking
it.
yeah, 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 yeah. Now that we're at the point of, like, everybody we all know they fuck kids, now it's just like, what else can I get you with? This
So,
is
with
all
the
accessory to fucking kids.
I think in New York, this was a thing that I heard too, is like, "Oh, the electricity and our gas bill and all this stuff is going up because of the tariffs." And in Canada, this was, like, a while ago,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
Canada is countering the tariffs with other tariffs, and something about the energy comes from Canada or all this bullshit. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, well, why can't New York just supply? New York supplies like 2/3 of the country with power. Why can't they supply themselves with power?
That's not how energy works, David.
Niagara Falls supplies like so much power across the nation. It's actually fucking astonishing. Like how
I don't
just
know.
I
To
don't
be
know.
honest,
It's in New York.
I
Why don't we keep it in New York?
I don't know, David, but you know what? I would love to ask an actual journeyman electrician at the hall how Niagara Falls generates power and where it goes and
Um,
why it is that.
yeah, I mean, I've looked. I don't know exact specifics,
I've
but
heard things that the thing is like even if we were to now I don't know this, I'm just guessing. Like some of the things people say is that the reason we don't hold on to it here is because it needs to be dissipated over a long stretch because it channels so much power. I don't necessarily know if I believe that, but I mean maybe we gather and capture all we
that
can and
doesn't.
then sell
I
the
mean,
rest.
whatever. You're you would be the expert on this subject matter,
Yeah,
but
I
to me,
don't
that makes
I'm
no fucking sense.
well, I mean it doesn't it look it's like an electric field. So like from the point of the source, it's going to be the most intense, and the further you get away from there, it's less intense. Now, if you want the same intensity as if you were standing in the middle of it, you need to have a stronger push, which is what amperage is, right? So the amperage goes down the wire. That's like the push of the electricity, the amount, like we'll say the intensity of the electricity, we'll say to get you 120 volts at the middle of that electric magnetic field, as well as a mile down the road. But the thing is, when you increase amperage, you have to increase the wire size because the way amperage works is it requires more surface area as well as creating more heat and friction when the electrons actually travel down the wire,
I saw a really
which
simplistic
is
graphic that
yeah,
super easily explained that before.
yeah, it's the pipe method.
Oh man, I can't find this. Where did I see this before? I saw a map before, and it was like an astonishing amount of the country was covered.
By Niagara Falls electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably generate enough electricity off like some of these places to power the entire world with electricity. Dude, my mom has no chill in the group chat. It's crazy. Are you trying to look up how much electricity is generated
Yeah.
by Niagara Falls every year?
Yeah. It's if I remember correctly, it was like a fuck ton. Um, The U.S. side, the Robert Moses plant, has a capacity of 2.4 to 2.6 million kilowatts. Sources commonly equate this to enough power for around 1.92 million homes.
So it's like Erie County and the surrounding area.
Um, the combined U.S. and Canadian side can do 4 million homes.
A lot of people's electricity from some water, dude.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. But it
I wonder if we were to like how often we upgrade that. Like what is like why can't we get 17 million?
what yeah, that's an interesting, like,
Like
what
what
would
the
the capacity be? Like, what's the
like what the
most
fuck
you could get out
well
of
what
it?
the fuck's changing? Do we need to add another power station? If we just increase I mean really, what's
They're like
do
just big ass
does it not
turbines, aren't they? For the falls?
does it need more water to fall over? Like do we need higher rivers to generate more electricity? Like what would prevent you from powering all the homes off Niagara Falls? Because 4 million, I would wager that that would do all of Erie County. I don't know how many people like live in Lockport. You could probably do most of Western New York and part of Canada with 4 5 million homes.
For sure. For
That
sure.
that's probably this whole area. The
Now they do similar, it's obviously not exactly the same because they're not falls, but they're using ocean currents, but they do that in the ocean too. They have these big, like, turbines that collect power from ocean currents.
I just
And if
don't.
you
I always
if
hear
you
it's
think
like
about it, it's like,
storage power and
yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. I've always been on this because here's the thing. I've always been on this side of things. I'm all for getting as much power from all the ways that we can, right? Within reason. But if it makes sense, like, why wouldn't you? Like, why wouldn't we take the most advantage of, you know, Niagara Falls and all the ocean currents and the sun and whatever, and like, obviously there's I don't know, I've heard things about windmills, like, they almost are a net negative
Mhm.
by the time it's all said and done. So it's like, okay, then windmills don't need to exist. But I find it hard to believe, like, solar panels would be a net negative, or ocean currents, or Niagara Falls. Like, it'd be very difficult to convince me those are net negatives
I
power
think solar
generation.
panels as well as wind is a net negative because of probably the way that they have engineered the actual product, that it's like either like pointless to replace or the technology is maxed out. I mean, how complicated can a fucking windmill be? We've had windmills for hundreds of years. We've had hydro dams for hundreds of years.
Are solar panels net negatives? I'd be surprised. Not
I'm
carbon
not.
footprint. I'm talking about, like,
What?
actual. I'm saying windmills take more energy to build than they create in their lifetime.
Yeah, I don't that's what I'm saying. I don't actually know because panels are good for 25 years. So, like, I don't really know what the average, especially depending on where you live and your sun pattern and, I don't actually know, but I will say that, like, a panel's about $1,000 and it's basically cheaper to replace them with a new one than try to repair one. Like, you don't repair them, you just throw them out because in the grand scheme of things, it's cheaper than trying to R&D them and salvage them. Now, there's people online that buy old panels that are out of warranty and out of that life, and some of the photovoltaic photogenic cells in there, they start dying out, and they're like 80% or 80%, 60% effective, and people buy those and still use those. But, um, I mean, short of getting them for like $5 a panel every time, you personally getting them secondhand, I don't actually know. But this
Yeah.
isn't my experience because I think solar and wind, once again, are at the point that they'd have to spend like $1 trillion to get like any kind of like better technology out of what we've already like it's so good there's like no need to make it any better. But I
Um,
could be ignorant.
Most recent data shows on average, accounting for everything, solar panels are typically 10 to 1 on the amount of power they output versus how much it takes to produce.
Okay. 10 to 1.
Well, let's see. What is the highest methods of.
How many solar panels would it take to power America?
Hold on, I want to see what is the highest. Like, what are the best methods? What is the highest method of energy creation versus how much energy it takes to produce it? Because if like, solar is 10
Nuclear.
to 1, like, what's
Nuclear. Nuclear.
nuclear? I think for sure should be one, I would
Like a
imagine.
million to one.
I don't know. Like, don't sleep on. It's still thinking. Don't sleep on like those. I'm telling you, those ocean current things. To me, those are like such a no brainer. The highest methods of energy creation in terms of energy return on investment. Let's see here. Are these ranked or are these just like um, hydropower, especially large dams and optimal sites, often. Oh, what,
Hey, could you imagine if we like built a Hoover Dam at Niagara Falls? Like that's probably how you get more power out of that thing, right?
is
But
this the
there's
like if it's solar is okay? So now it's saying solar is in this chart is 8 to 34. Okay.
what
Um,
do you mean, like 8 to 34 times?
yeah, it's like a range because there's too many variables, I think.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Other renewables, geothermal, biomass variable, 5 to 20, solar 8 to 34, coal 30 to 80,
God
nu-
damn, dude, really?
nuclear 50 to 105. Hold on here, you ready? Hydropower 35 to 205. Ideal hydropower, optimized nuclear. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
So you're telling me the way we run America is on water, the sun, and nuclear. We
Yeah,
run on nuclear and water and back it up on water and solar with nuclear.
yeah, that's the one.
Man, it sounds like I picked like the greatest job field in the history of humanity, David.
Ryan, I talked about
I
this a
just
little bit.
seen a thing on Indeed, David,
Oh
for
god,
80 to $90 an hour for a solar electrician.
there you go. What's it about? Like traveling? We talking about traveling across the country or some shit?
You just have to build stuff. You know what you're building.
You just gotta build shit.
You have to build shit that is so hard that you probably can't build it, but you build it. Some stuff shouldn't be built, David, and it's apparent when you build it. Sorry, I'm rambling.
Ryan,
David.
a couple things I talked about this already, but Rumble Shorts is on the way, so everyone be ready. This is going to be the free speech TikTok replacement. I've frequently said Rumble is the free speech alternative YouTube, so Rumble Shorts will be the free speech alternative to TikTok.
If
Um,
that's the case, dude, the fucking we're gonna have porn on Rumble in like 3 days.
it's yeah, I don't know, probably. It's all about your algorithms, right? Ryan,
David, what was the thing you sent me about the creator program? Like, what is there going to be visually in Rumble? I didn't get to ask you. You sent me like a photograph, a screenshot of you, and it looked like a desktop feature or like a background drop or.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still waiting to see.
Oh, so that was just like a sneak peek
Yeah,
snippet thing.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, what year are we on with Rumble? Since the pandemic, we'll say 5 years.
I don't. If we haven't, I don't think we've been Rumble the whole time though.
No, but I'm saying Rumble as like a thing in the space.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
5 years they've been like an disruptor at least.
I'm sure they've been around for longer, but like I don't know when they really started getting there. It feels like in the last 26. Let's say it feels like in the last 3 to 4 years is like they've really taken off. How long they've been around for, I'm not sure, but that's what it seems like to me. Ryan, a new IVF company allows parents to select their best baby through embryonic genetic analysis while eliminating the undesirable babies.
What the fuck is the movie called?
Which one?
What's the movie? Gallica?
You're the movie guy. I'm not going to go.
Megalica? Look it up. Seen it in science class, 10th grade.
Met
Gallica?
Galaga?
Galaga. Just with a G. Gall.
Well, there's like a
Galaga.
game called Galaga.
All right. And if not, you look up a movie about um dude becomes um guy becomes disabled and then flies into space or something. How can I word this? How can I word this? He's non he's like a not test tube baby, so he can't have a real job. So he wants to be an astronaut and dreams to be an astronaut. And then he like buys
Gattaca?
an Gattaca. This is it. Yeah, pull it up. Pull up a summary of this. This shit is yes. Read
Based
this.
on the description of the character becoming disabled and then flying into space. The film is likely Gattaca, 1997. In this sci-fi film, Ethan Hawke plays a genetically inferior man who assumes a disabled, genetically superior man's identity to fulfill his dream of traveling into space.
I told you. I fucking 1997, dude.
What the
1997.
fuck is this?
Yeah, dude, this movie is crazy. They almost catch him a bunch, and like he has to. What basically happens is he takes his identity, right? So he has to look like him and dress like him, and they can't be seen in the same place, right? But he lives at the guy's house. So like the one guy, the Ethan Hawkins character, I think like there's a gotta be a bitch in there, but like she almost catches them. The authorities almost get reported, and there's like a secret police that come around and catch inferiors that are posing as. You'd have to look into. I might be lumping this and V for Vendetta together because they're all kind of the same after a while. But this movie it is pretty crazy. I'm not expecting people from the 1997s to watch this because it's probably very cringe. But nothing new under the sun, David. It just
Yeah,
took 20 years. I'm
I
sorry,
certainly did not know
30
that.
years. 30 years.
Um, the obvious advantages is you could get rid of, you could almost by choice pick out like health defects and things like that.
Well,
However,
that's what I think they sell it as, right?
sure, of course,
Because they
but like,
screen you for autism like crazy to see if you'll
but
abort the kid.
like, but like, what else? What else could they do, Ryan? Like,
Well, I mean, it's not like they have like the ability to like splice into genes or anything.
you speak conspiracy, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like CRISPR. There's no fucking animal chimeras. Dude, I had a thing come across my Facebook memory from like 15 years ago or whatever the fuck it was. It was over 10 years ago and said pig human chimeras no longer science fiction. It was a National Geographic article.
Conspiracy. Um,
Definitely no animal human hybrid, no, humanoid.
do you remember we brought this up
What if they
brief?
made a fucking Sasquatch and like released it to be like,
Uh,
yo, it'd be so funny if we like fucked with
yeah,
people.
I don't think we need a Sasquatch.
It'd be terrifying.
We
Thing get
briefly.
horny, just start fucking everything.
I don't want horny Sasquatches. We very briefly talked about Sneeko. I still barely know who this guy is. I mean, I know he exists and I know he has a
You
phone.
missed, dude.
Like,
There was like a slight time he was in like the red pill. He was cool with Myron and everybody. And it
okay,
was all in the same time when I like kind of just bumped into it and did my pass through, and got the information and got out. And Oh, it was a lap, and then he started getting into some of the politics stuff, like, with Myron and everything, and it's weird how everybody, like, naturally went into politics. Um,
Well, that's
it had to be the election, I'd imagine.
um,
Oh, Dave, it's almost like,
politics
they,
got into
uh,
culture, or
they
culture
almost,
got
like
into politics, or now they're just both downstream at this point.
they almost, like, infiltrated the space with a bunch of, like, psyop fucking influencers that probably are paid super chats by the government $1 at a time.
Well, speaking of that, um,
Yo, couldn't that just be like a way to get around, what's the thing that Dinesh D'Souza got caught with?
the election, the
The
campaign funding
$500 to
thing.
your friend fucking thing. Yeah. So, like, basically, once again, this is all meta currency, right? This isn't like because
Yeah,
you
it's
can
not
take
going to
it
your
in any.
campaign. I'm just super chatting you.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
want
it's
to.
not you can send it to a non-bank account. You can send it to a Bitcoin thing. This is how Fuentes does it, right?
Well,
Like,
it's not a political thing. I'm just super chatting you.
yeah, this is what I'm saying though. So like the super PAC that gets the money and gives like if it's OPEC or whatever, they can just give it to you through a screen name that's anonymous, that's ran by AI robots in a fucking gig factory. What if those crypto farms, dude, are just mining crypto to just sell to influencers so that they can keep us programmed? Whoa.
Anyways,
Sorry,
we
dude.
talked about.
Sorry, dude.
He had a little clip that we played. He told Andrew
I think he's
Tate.
compromised is really my point. I think a lot of these people are compromised right now.
He told Andrew Tate that he was, or he told everyone that he thought he was the new top G, right? And the new top G took that shit, right? Isn't that what he said? Stole
Because
that shit.
yeah.
Um. So, and at the time we said, listen, man, there's a lot that goes into being a top G, right? Um. First of all, you're gonna have to learn how to fucking. You're gonna have to learn how to fight. That's part of it. It just is. If you want to be the top, you got to learn how to fucking fight the people who want to be at the top.
Yeah, man. Can't play with
So
the big boys, but go outside, play with the puppies.
the um, Misfit, which is like the boxing league that that Andrew Tate actually fought in recently, they apparently offered Sneeko $500,000 to box Andrew Tate. He declined, of course, and said it wasn't enough money. Now, if I'm Andrew Tate, I would be like, fine, I'll pay you $10 million to box me. Come on,
Yeah,
top
Tate's got
G.
7. Yeah, he's got 7. Oh, you're not top G, you don't have enough fun.
Yeah, come on. Well, look, that's what I'd be like, dude. If I'm Tate, and I got nothing to prove by fucking ragdolling Sneeko, but if I was Tate, I'd be like, come on, top G, let's go, let's do it. You stole that shit,
Did
right?
Tate respond? Did Tate respond?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, I wonder if you just kinda let that go and let,
Just let him have it. Yeah, sure. That would be the top G move, Ryan, wouldn't
not say anything, right? Like, G
it?
this is going back to your point, David, real recognize real, right? It's in, like,
Mhm.
every OG rap song, it's like, real recognize real, you don't even talk to them. I know by the way you walk and talk, and, like, all these gangster ass rappers you hear in, like, all this it's all the same language. Like, yeah, why would you respond?
Everyone
Just
knows if you're about to fight a group of people, and there's like two dudes who are just running their mouth, but one guy is super quiet the whole time. You fucking stay far away from the super quiet guy because he will fuck your shit up. I guarantee it every time.
I'm sure there's a law and power about silence is the most cunning or something in
Well,
that book.
it's literally fucking art of war, right?
Mhm. When
It's
you
when you were strong, you appear weak, right? Or when you're weak, you appear
yeah,
strong. Um,
it's weird, man.
Literally, it's like it's all these things are like the oldest things in time, right? And we just recognize them in our new modern ways. But like, it's the oldest, like literally written languages. Like this has been known for all eternity. Uh,
Dude, the
yeah.
thing that blows me away with those things that are known for all eternity, Dave, is that they before they were written down, they were orally passed on for as long as they were orally passed down until they were written down. So that could be like a million years. Like treat others as you want to be treated could be a million years old. Crazy. It's crazy. Like how the appear weak when you are strong. How old the Art of War book is like as old as the Bible or some shit, or like 380.
Um, speaking of Andrew Tate, actually, do you remember
Ego deployment. It's
they
fine.
they got they were allowed to travel from Romania at one point. I think this was last year, and they flew to Florida. Okay.
Ron
What-
D. Santos.
Yes, when they flew to Florida, Ron DeSantis um, took some shots, said he was a human trafficker, that he shouldn't be there. That the attorney general of Florida said they were going to press charges or bring charges on the Tates for human trafficking or whatever. Um, I saw. Let me see if I can bring this up. I just want to I want to bring it back up just to make sure I get it exactly right. But the charges were either dropped completely. Yeah, the case is dead. Judge G. Joseph Curley has issued a landmark ruling dismissing every charge against the Tate brothers in Florida.
Top G is free and Top G, dude.
Now, if I
His
was
name is G. Is that his actual name is G?
if I was personally, if I was one of the Tates, um, the best plan is probably to shut the fuck up and take the win. But it would be so tempting to get a hold of Ron DeSantis somehow, DeSantis, and be like,
Go to
I
one
would,
of his like one of his events.
yeah, just or like just publicly on Twitter or something, just tag him in it, be like, I'm waiting,
Come down for a cigar, like at
I'm,
a cigar bar.
I'm waiting. I flew into your state. Everyone told me how great Florida was. Everyone told me how great a statesman Ron DeSantis was. And I fly there. I get called a human trafficker and a rapist, and then a judge drops all the charges against me. I'm fucking waiting. I need a big fucking apology. And by the way, given this event, um, I wouldn't do it because I think it's a bitch move. I'd rather do it the way I just talked about it. But like legally, if you wanted to, is that now not slander? Is that now not defamation against Ron DeSantis, who openly called two innocent men human traffickers and rapists? That's like the whole definition, isn't it? I don't like slander and defamation suits because again,
Do you
I
think Tate's relevant?
uh currently,
Hmm.
I think he's definitely not as big as he was,
Mm.
no doubt.
Somebody, I seen a comment the other day that said that he's not relevant anymore. So, um, I'm gonna reserve my comments, but
Here's
we'll see. I guess, right? Time tells on a lot of things.
I will say you can't be the most googled man on earth like years in a row. Like that's a short
Forever,
lived
right?
thing, right? Like everyone has a peak. So I certainly don't think he's where he was like 2 years ago because he was fucking all over the place. Um,
Right. Is that the reason why he's not relevant? Is because his level of relevancy was literally
was
everywhere, and
was
now he's just
literally
back at it. Yeah, he's in the 1% of the internet again,
yeah.
like everybody else.
Yeah, instead of being like the 0.0001%, right now he's like the 0.01%. And it's like a lot of people would love to get there. The guy who said he's not relevant has never been that relevant, I assure you.
Hmm. Hmm.
So like he would love to be that relevant probably as
Hmm.
he calls someone else not relevant. I'm guessing
Crazy.
unless you were talking to like I got to think of someone. Honestly, that's a great point. I'm trying to think of people way more relevant right now. Like I don't know. Who are you talking to? Trump? Like
Yeah, I mean, short of like some of
that
the,
Tate
if
lost
we're,
it.
if in my opinion, if we're removing, at least in my sphere of what I'm consuming, if we're removing the politics and all the ice stuff,
Mhm.
it's been Tate, Tony Robbins is making the rounds right now for me.
which
And
is
then
crazy because Tony Robbins is like such an old name. He's been around for fucking ever.
yeah, I don't know what he started doing. I don't know if he's got a book or something, but he was on Alex Hormozy, and it's basically therapy with Alex Hormozy, and Alex Hormozy just sits there and goes, "Yeah, yeah." And if you've ever watched Alex's shit, he's always like, "Fucking attack the day, fuck your suffering, fuck everything." And Tony Roberts just basically sits there and be like, "Yeah, man, you're just not fulfilled in life because you need children, basically." And Alex is like, "I'm never having kids because I want to be a billionaire." But I think what happened with Hormozy is he always said he wants to be wealthier than Warren Buffett. He wants to beat Warren at Warren's game. And I think he did so good that he's gonna beat Warren Buffett now.
Mm,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like, I think the trajectory that he's on he will surpass Warren Buffett younger than he was, and then even at the age Warren is when he dies, Hormozy will be richer. Like, I think he's already got it paced out because I remember him years ago saying he's got it on a calendar. He looks at it every day. And I think he's past there and he's still like, fuck, man. And he's still doing all this. He's still doing everything he says he is, right? Output. I make 700 pieces of content. He always like, not brags. And people have ragged on him for years and years and years about like, yo, bro, like one day you're going to be like, it ain't everything. One day it ain't everything. And then here's Tony Robinson talking about how he's going to try to feed 1 billion people because he grew up starving. And he said in the podcast that he went to the UN and asked how much money you need, what kind of programs, what can I do to offer? And then he went to some, I don't know what it was, some it's charity, whatever, and asked like 50 billionaires or 150 billionaires, like for, hey man, like let's feed it would be cost us nothing. We'd be able to do it. It just would feel good. And Toby Robbins like this. I'm really more about feeling and helping people. He's like, I just want to help people. He's like, I got more than enough. I've been blessed with enough. I want to give back. And he's like three of those billionaires helped him, even gave a remote interest in it.
Yeah, that's what's crazy about that is like of all the things like all these fucking lunatic communist socialist people on the left, just everyday leftist liberals, right? All these people, they're always so annoying talking about like Bernie Sanders. Oh, what the billionaires, billionaires. Shut the fuck up. But because their whole thing is like no one should be a billionaire, and my whole thing is like I wish everyone was a billionaire, and I get the economics of that. Obviously, that would never work or make sense. But the
Well, if money's $1 trillion, David.
right, well, like the mindset though of I wish everyone operated like a
Yes,
billionaire.
yes, yes, yes.
Um, but I will say, like when you say something like that, when Tony Robbins goes to 100 billionaires and says, "Just give me a little bit of money so we can like feed people," and they're like, "No, fuck you." Like,
Yeah, I mean, we're talking denominations, and mind you, this is Tony Robbins. Like, this guy is probably getting paid by the government, and it's literally he probably makes money on a nonprofit to feed people. You know, like he's not. It's a 360 win. He probably owns the company that owns the company that owns the company that sets up the company like he's just and he's helping people by owning companies. You know, like that's what I'm trying to say is like he's set the system up to like literally be for good. What the peak of fucking capitalism could be, right?
mhm.
That's what he's basically saying he's trying to do. Goes to all these people, "Hey, man, we could like bubble." No,
Yeah.
crickets.
Well, I guess just like the annoying thing from that story is that it does give like some like I don't know. It gives the people who say all that like that billionaires shouldn't exist and all this like it gives them a little bit of like you know what I mean? Like I don't agree with you, but like man, I really don't like to see billionaires like refuse to donate minimal amounts of money to feed hungry people.
Yeah, it's like a 1% of your yearly salary, and you're like, mm. You have a private jet, and you're like, "Yeah, I can't like like not fly at one time next year."
It's like
To feel
I
better,
yeah,
to wake up and be like, "You know what? I fed 1 billion people would have starved without me."
yeah, and again, I don't want like a
Crazy.
government to tell these billionaires what to do with their money or like say that
Well,
they
would the
should have to
government give it to would it be true
no,
charity?
no, no,
Would
no,
they
but
be able to set up a 360 win because they're looking at it as a way to do it economically as well
no,
as
that
feasibly
no, of course
and
not. They would
manageable and be able to manage it and keep it in check and not fucking have corrupt managers that ruin employees, for
no, no
example?
chance.
Like,
No, what the government would do is blow up another fucking country. But So I don't want the government telling billionaires what to do with it, and I certainly don't want the government taking their money so they can go blow up more countries and start removing the rubble. Um, but like at the same time, it's like you can't you can't be a piece of shit your whole life. Like it's kind dude, like I'm not like bragging or anything. Like
Dave,
I'm
does
not
this go to like the thing of like if you don't give money or tip or give charity while you have no money, you're not going to give charity when you're wealthy? Have you ever heard that?
I haven't, but
I guess the way I heard it now that I said that, I remember it was those that have the least give the most. It's like some of the nicest people or like some of the people that like give the most charity or the people that are best with kids will never be able to have kids,
yeah.
like
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's like an old I'm not a Bible guy, but I remember a vague like Bible story where again, I'm not going to remotely know the specifics. I'll only be able to give you the like general idea. But it's like all these people are like donating money, and like all the extraordinarily wealthy people are donating like these like what would be a sizable amount for some people, but like by percentage, like none of their wealth, right? Like it's throwaway money. Like they're
it's like
worth,
us donating $10.
yeah, it's like whatever. And then this like very impoverished person donates like less money than what the very wealthy people were donating, but by percentage, it was like more of you know what I mean of what her worth is. And basically, the point was like even though it was less money, it had more meaning because to that person, she was giving more of herself, right, than they were giving of themselves.
It was more selfless.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. Like when I hear a bunch of billionaires that they can't like donate, I mean, what kind of money are we talking here? Like $100,000? You know what I mean? Like it probably wasn't like astronomical amounts of money. I'm assuming. I
Well, dude,
mean,
you can't. Oh, if you hold on, if you like spend $100 million, like fucking making, donating to feed 1 billion people, you can't make a business that will profit $100 million. And this is what I mean about Tony Robbins. He's a business guy. There ain't no way that he's got all these businesses that ain't feeding themselves. So, like, even what I'm trying to say is like the money that's spent on feeding people is probably like from all of his businesses. Like the supply chain he has set up is him paying himself. And then on top of it is like tax exempt or built with taxpayer money or government rebates, or he hires illegals or Mexicans or fucking it's in a foreign country. So then he helps a foreigner as well get experience and money and wealth as like he's like quadruple 5 times dipping. He owns like 113 companies. You don't think some of those are related to feeding homeless people?
uh, I mean,
But he
possibly.
ripped apart Hormozy for like an hour. I haven't got through all of it, but I bring it all up because we initially talked about what is making the rounds in our algorithm. And I
Mhm.
got Tony Robbins, and then I am seeing a lot of the. It's crazy how much politics is in the zeitgeist now when it wasn't when we were growing up.
Well, because that was all saved for like mainstream media, right?
Yeah, I also just noticed that more people they're more open about talking about it. And I think it's because troll culture has become a thing. Not only do people like being trolls, but people also hate trolls. So then they fight against trolls hard. You know what I mean? It's like you got the people that love trolling people that hate trolls, so that they get mad at getting at the trolls, which is back. Cheektowaga Town Court had a thing about ice. This is actually funny. I'm wrapping this all together. Thank you, mind. Um, Cheektowaga Town Court had a problem the other day because there's a sizable gathering of people, and they were talking about the policies that the board wanted to pass or were going to pass or did pass that had rules in there to ignore and not help ICE when it came to civil cases. Meaning that the only time that the police were going to be authorized by Cheektowaga would be as if it was dealing with some kind of criminal matter when it came to immigration or illegal immigrants. There was somebody on the forum who was pro immigrant as far as like the entire idea of all of it. I'm sure even more so. And he was trying to talk. And as he was trying to talk, the people that are the pro ICE group, the pro immigration, were booing him as he was trying to talk. So he'd start to talk and they'd boo him, and there'd be enough people that they would boo him and he basically have to stop talking. So there's a rule in the committee in Cheektowaga that if you're interrupted or like you're not able to speak, your time starts again.
Mhm.
So every time they booed him, they started the clock back over. And this guy was basically able to drag out the entire town court and just basically like soft grandstand because people right wing people couldn't shut the fuck up. And I thought it was funny. I shouldn't say funny because of what we're talking about, I guess,
Mhm.
especially considering seeing at the national level. This is history, religion, politics, and grassroots, right, David? People always said politics don't matter for many years, but you don't hear that anymore. And now that the shit's coming home and the chickens are home roosting, right, and everything's at our home step, um, we brought it up the other day that I'm like, I don't understand. I'm pretty sure we did it right. Like, I don't understand how people on the right don't see like how this is tyrannical, like how some of this shit's tyrannical and how it's like not okay. Like bombing the Venezuela thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like there's no peace president,
No new
the no
wars.
wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like but then you're doing this,
It's not
and
a
then
war,
the
Ryan.
honestly, some of the ICE stuff is kind of like,
Did
are
they
we
declare it?
sure? Yeah, well, some of the ICE stuff is even are like, are we sure that this is what we're doing? You know, like before
Well,
we full send everything, like
can
you're
I can I play a clip that's very relevant to this?
yeah.
Because it's actually the like kinda like the whole title of the show here. Um, this is, uh this is courtesy of the Beanie Man himself, Tim Pool.
First of all, when these people come out and go, Tim's a bootlicker for defending us, I'm like, no, no, you misunderstand. It's my boots. It's mine. I voted for them. I'm wearing the boot. I'm stomping on the ground. I ain't licking anybody. I'm clapping for these people that I said, please go out and enforce the law. And anybody else who's cheering for it, who voted for it too, we're all wearing the boots. You're the one crying. You're the one saying, you're coming. First,
Pretty sure I've been saying on this program since I heard a very smart man that saved my life, named Dr. Jordan Peterson, say that 99.99% of us would become Nazi camp concentration guards. And
Here
I'm not going to call him that. I'm not going to fight or disagree because, the ICE thing, but
well, as long as it's his boot, Ryan, it's fine.
that's exactly what I was going to say. Because the passion that you have, I understand why you feel the way you do, and I'm glad that you got what you wanted and voted for. And this is, basically, this is what I voted for too. I did vote for Trump. I did want him to enforce the law. I don't want to see people die,
Well,
and
that's
I also don't know if, like, honestly, right? Not that you should go around stop rounding people up. Maybe you should do it a little different.
well,
Like,
that's
I think like
100%.
public opinion matters. I mean, we have children involved in this, right? Not that everybody that fucking votes nowadays has kids like they used to, but like, what are we supposed to? Oh, well, they were here, blah blah. It was bad enough explaining skin color to a kid, let alone immigration status over imaginary lines, but we're telling them to stay within ours. And then look, the 5-year-old thing too. I get the whole 5-year-old, like, but it's like even stories like that. You're like, I know they're politicized. I understand it's on purpose, but that's like if you're Trump and you're the Republicans, if you are these people, this dovetails to Tim Pool here. When are you going to be like, maybe we should like change the optic of what we're doing at least, and like try to at least you're not even trying to hide that you want to kill these people. It seems
Well, this is okay. So
This is
here's
like George Floyd. If George Floyd's thing, right, was that this was police brutality and aggravated assault, if that's what that was, what the fuck is this, dude? You're making it sound like this is 100 times worse than George Floyd.
oh my
And
god, yeah.
honestly,
Oh my god.
if anything, George Floyd should be alive. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, apparently the crime that these people did is worse than the one that George Floyd did, that by that much. But like, do you know what you're doing here? And you criticize. This is the difference, right? Because the Republicans didn't violently protest, right? But the Democrats did. But the Republicans don't feel like they need to violently protest because what they're saying is that we're glad that we're the bootlickers. That's their protest right now. That's Tim Pool's protest against police brutality, murdering fellow citizens because they dare think it's a little fucked up that the way that the government is handling illegal immigration enforcement is a little fucked up. Because it is. I'm not saying halt, once again, I'm not saying halt immigration because it's a big chain, but like, really? You changed Department of Defense to Department of War.
And then
Wage war
kidnap a
on your
world leader.
kidnapped a world leader for its oil. You literally put oil companies in charge of a country. You
Here's
murdered the penny. Dude, I
well,
seen the breakdown. Remember the penny thing? I seen the thing. You're caught. It's crazy that Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe, kept all of the bankers honest. Honest Abe. And you shot Lincoln, you killed Lincoln, you took his head off, and all the money is now a nickel or a dime.
yeah. I mean, hold on. Let's go all the way back though.
Sorry, I know I said a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
there,
yeah,
but
yeah. Here's the thing. To Tim Pool's point that this is what we voted for. 100%. In fact, I was on this show complaining that we weren't deporting enough illegal immigrants
does it take too long?
because it would take too long. Because if you do even 1,000,000 a year, which I don't remember what they think they were doing, which I don't even think.
500,000, I think.
Yeah.
It was 500,000.
But if you did 1,000,000 a year in 2 full terms of a president, you wouldn't have gotten half of the illegal immigrants out. So, like, what are we talking about here? Like, we need to ramp this shit up. I need 5 million illegal immigrants a year gone. Like, I'm talking about some serious operations here. But, Ryan, to your point, this is the problem. It's not that they're quietly going around. And by the way, they're like starting to backtrack and say they're going to back off of this a little bit and do more targeted operations, which we had that little clip we played yesterday or two
Dude, they're
days ago.
fucking people are driving probably to get groceries and coming home to fucking black masked men and robber. Like, I'm not fucking going with you. Are you kidding? You're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah. So, but this
Sorry,
is the
sorry.
problem. It is completely the optics of the operation that is the problem, and it is what has led to, well, that and of course George Soros funded protesting. But this is what
Is that
happens.
confirmed? We caught him.
Oh my
We caught
god,
him.
it just is. I mean, come on, the bricks are already somewhere. I guarantee it. But yeah, this is an optics game. This is politics. So you have to find a way to do what the people wanted, but do it without, first of all, without murdering United States citizens would be really fucking helpful, to be honest with you. And I don't care, like, we played a clip and Alex Preddy kicked a taillight off a car. Okay, so that's a death sentence? Like, are we serious? That's really what's supposed to change my mind. The guy he fucking damaged a cop car, so great. Okay, he should be executed now. Is that
He
really what
damaged a
we're?
car that he bought with his tax dollars. It's
I
his
mean, it's
car.
just crazy.
It's his cop car.
Yeah, Mandy. By the way, we're like 100% pro getting rid of illegal immigrants. Just for the record, Mandy.
I can't see it.
Well,
Coming.
she said if you snuck into any other country in the world, they put you out. Why do you get to sneak in to the USA and get free money from the government? Yeah, and people
Yeah, to be
tell you
honest,
you're here illegally.
if they didn't have all these programs for them, people would probably care less about. I mean, let's be honest here.
I don't think they're
If it
coming here
was
for our
people,
programs.
no, I'm just saying, but I think people would care less because these people are getting. It's always the thing with the bodegas, like, oh, they come here, they get tax exempt status for 7 years, and then they sell it to their brother, and he does the same thing for 7 years. But if I open a business, I have to pay taxes the whole time. I think that's like really the fucking crux of this argument is like it's an unfair advantage, even though the advantage is unfair for us because we live here and we're bitching
Mhm.
about people coming here and taking our opportunity, but you're
Yeah.
not realizing the opportunity that you're seizing when that's really the
Well,
fucking
and the thing
problem.
is though, like
But
if we didn't have all of these programs for the people who are coming here, um, I guarantee you they're still gonna want to come here. Like, let's not forget we had this conversation with Dr. Mike Termott. Let's not forget they're coming here for a better life because they live in a shitty country. And they're coming here to be in a better country. I don't think they're coming here specifically for a welfare check. Like that's the complete. There's no chance. Um, Mandy. Mandy says there are not illegals in Canada. Um, well,
too cold.
Mandy, that's because you're also a third world country. I'm sorry.
My God, it's so
You're
mean.
basically a French third world country.
You guys have
Uh,
garage sale. You guys have garage sale Christmas. We cannot trust you with Boxing Day. The fucking
she,
Facebook Marketplace has a national holiday in
she said.
Canada.
She said, "Try sneaking into France or Italy, uh, or Canada. They don't let you stay." No, which is funny because Canada is like the most. I'm not going to say this about like Canadian citizens, but like the leadership in Canada is like everything that Democrats want our leadership to be. So it's really shocking that they actually enforce a very strong border policy. Actually, you know who I like?
Dude, it happens all the time in around here. People with DWIs, they'll like be allowed to go into Canada but not come back.
Oh my
You know,
fucking
what
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
They don't play
or vice
games.
versa. You can't leave Canada. You know what I mean? Or you're allowed to come here and then you can't go back to Canada. Like, what the fuck,
You
dude?
know, I actually like
Child support was another one. A lot of people like got trapped in Canada because of child support. Dude.
the people in
You call your baby moms, be like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to pick her up. Be like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I'm trapped in Canada because I owe you money.
the people in Quebec are actually like extremely based. They're pretty solid.
It's
They're
cold up
like
there,
a
dude. You gotta stay it and move on with it.
yeah, but it's like a very much like fucking speak our language or get fucked kind of community. Like I really respect it. Uh get a rope.
Get fucked,
Uh
eh?
get get a rope. You are a piece of shit. Yeah. I don't know. Get a rope I think should just Airbnb his house and just let people come live there for free. I don't know.
Yo, get her up. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to set up a live stream of you fucking yourself because I could care less, bro. I don't look. I'm not gonna feel sorry for having a political opinion that has been slandered by everybody else. We tried to be nice. These people broke into your country. They're stealing all of our shit and they're murdering people. We caught them. It's happened. They're shipping the drugs in. I don't like Trump blowing up countries. I don't want him to fucking microwave my brain next. But you know, I hope he gets his some days. But dude, like, why are we a piece of shit? Because we want to like make sure that there's only American citizens in America.
Dude, your door better be unlocked. If there is even a lock on your house, I swear to God. Like, what? How is it different? Like, why you just let strange people into your house? I doubt it. Any serious country has borders. Any serious country has border control. Any serious country has immigration, but any serious country controls their immigration.
Look,
Any
I'll say
serious
that
country should be picking their immigrants.
the only reason the United States is not more serious is because we own the entire globe with our military. The only reason these other countries give a flying fuck about their borders and people who are in there is because they don't own their country. The United States will wipe you off the fucking map. We will microwave your fucking soldiers. Dude, they shot them with a helicopter, a machine gun helicopter, and microwaved their brains and stole their president and sold the country to oil companies. In like
In like
overnight.
less than a
Overnight.
episode of something on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't even think we knew it was happening. I wanna know what the operation name was. But, like, I
That'll
don't
come
even
out 20 years from now.
yeah, I don't even know if we yeah, like Zero Dark 30.
Operation BP oil spill.
The BP oil and microwave, dude. Operation Betty
Operation oil
Crocker.
microwave.
Next time in Cuisinart, dude, we're fucking Ryan, dude.
Operation Easy Bake Oven. We are the boot now. Look at me.
Dude,
I am the boot now.
I am the boot. Tim Pool.
Das fucking boot.
Dude, I'm sorry that it took you to have money to get a hot girlfriend finally, bro. I'm sorry. That's rough, dude. Look, I'm gonna tell you this one time. Just one time. Just one time, Tim Pool. I'm glad that you're wearing boots because the places we go, we need wings. So keep stomping around in a circle and burying your head in the fucking sand while they steal your country from underneath you. Dave Ryan, December 17th, 73. Catch us on Rumble for the only podcast left in human history.
I don't think that's true.
Dude, these people are shills. They're sellouts. They're corporate sponsors. They're gutted. They were influenced and infiltrated by the CIA. They could be reptiles, David. I could be
Ooh, the reptilians.
The reptilians. I could be meth head Jesus, David. Very agreeable Jesus. Pro agreeable Jesus.
Super focused Jesus.
Super focused. Andrew Huberman listening to. Also, did you see Jelly Roll?
No.
He's like as big as you are.
Oh yeah. He's been that's been happening.
Running with Cam Haines on fucking his testosterone's back.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm gonna say, dude, is it's kind of crazy that like everybody that's anybody is getting all crazy fit and jacked. That's all I'm saying. Like if you're not getting like fit and jacked and like understanding what's coming, like I don't know if we understand how hard the world might be in the future. I was thinking the other day about how money will literally die in our day. Did I send you something about gold today?
Yeah, like a gold-backed cryptocurrency.
Yeah. I think the only way to kill central banking is to back cryptocurrency with physical gold. And then that way you can keep Bitcoin in check with comparing Bitcoin to the value of gold.
Yeah, maybe.
You got. I'm
I
just
think you
saying.
kill central banking by killing
By
the
killing
central part.
bankers. By killing bankers.
Well, you need some bankers. You need bank tellers, not bankers.
Tim Pool, go stomp your way over to Central Bank and suck some Jewish dick. Dave Ryan, December 1773. Catch us on Rumble for the only podcast left in human history. As always, David, I appreciate you the most. I'll see everybody very soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.